Summon the bean!
I made some changes to my stream element stuff, but I did those changes on Poly Circus, so okay, this should be fine. Venus. It's still blue. Gasp. Huh. Venus. Bless thee. Thank you, noble Venus, for your sacrifice, that we may be blessed with a bountiful harvest of Pathfinder 3 7 Dooms for Sandpoint. My god, it's session 2. I am Slappy Meats. You can tell it's Slappy Meats because my name, you can read it. It's all over the channel because it's my channel, and it's my name. Just look. God, it's not that hard. But I'm also Cillian Monsoon, the Undyne Oracle nerd twink. And I'm joined, of course, by my friends. Holy shit! There's one now. It's Lolo.
Hello, everyone. It is indeed Lolo. And tonight I am playing Guano, the old senile elf magus.
Y'all you children better behave and eat your greens.
And brush your teeth.
Please, don't end up like Guano. Moving along, we have Salnica.
Hello, I play Naya, the healer merfolk who just like her fishes and likes to sing and likes to keep everyone alive.
We've got Moonlight Kitsune.
Greetings all. Tonight I am playing Cinder, the party's resident asshole, basically.
You. And we've got our precious Bonnie boy. Bonnie bee.
Hello, I am playing the resident dwarven monk
Okay,
at the
let's try that.
brick shit house, so to speak.
Oh, yes. And of course, gathering us all together, we've got our wonderful, magnanimous, benevolent, and magnificent DM, who is handsome and good-smelling and would certainly do nothing but kindness to his party. It's Ironmog.
Hail, travelers. Welcome back once more. We've got some delicious, hot, out the oven, fresh for all of you to put into your eye and earballs. Some Pathfinder. Who's ready? Who's excited? Who wants to get to it?
I like gaming.
I like the idea of earballs. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
I want it in every other face.
It's
I'm
deep
here,
in
I'm
there.
ready to go.
If you want to tickle the earballs, you got to get in deep. It's just a rule.
Indeed.
We're back for more 7 Dooms for Sandpoint. Last time, we made our way finally to the infamous, I suppose. It's not really a famous place, but it's definitely an infamous spot, especially amongst adventurers, which now you all are for sure. You met with the local high priest of Desna, had a little chat, heard a little bit about the history, some of the things that have gone on in Sandpoint since the first time Guano was here, and they saved the town from being completely destroyed by fighting off an army of goblins led by a local that had definitely had a moment where they'd fallen from grace, their heart corrupted over a lifetime of just the worst treatment. And now we're here to address that. Nualia, who we're talking about, her remains have been interred here in Sandpoint, and the high priest wanted to use them to summon her spirit, to offer forgiveness, to apologize, and to hopefully put her her soul to a little bit more easy rest. Because, what's wrong with doing a kindness and getting some, good karma back in the world when there's so much bad in there? Let's just do something nice, even if it's for somebody who's dead and who wasn't exactly a great person in life. Why not? And then, that's the simplest thing. However, there was a little bit of a problem with the plan. Ethics aside, whether it's a good idea or not aside, they were going to do this. But when they went to exhume the remains, much to their horror, they discovered that the coffin had been opened from below, and the remains had been taken and absconded with. Begging of you, heroes, please, go into these tunnels they found underneath the grave. See what's down there. Put a stop to any, nonsense that might be going on. And hopefully, if you can, retrieve the remains of this poor, tortured soul. Well, we've done that. We succeeded. We made it into these warrens. It was a bunch of goblins, it looked like, but goblin ghouls, or I believe as we're calling them, gabagools.
Yeah.
Grown.
Yeah, I like that name, Gabagools.
It seemed they had infested the area underneath parts of Sandpoint, underneath the cathedral, and had been digging out some tunnels, it looks like, expanding their little den they had in there. They'd taken the remains. They had them up on, this altar. You guys kicked the crap out of them. You've recovered the remains. But then, you started exploring a little bit more. The chamber was certainly a little bit larger than you expected, and it led into some ruins that were very Thessalonian in nature. Instead of immediately going to explore the ruins, you doubled back to where you'd met or spoken with someone or something. Began a discussion, got a little bit more information about what's been going on under here, and ultimately made the decision that we're going to take this barrier that's keeping us apart. We're going to take it down, we're going to help whoever's on the other side, and then we're going to go from there. So we're going to pick up there.
Yeah. Also, what you're telling me is I should have burned the goblins, but when I killed them back in the day.
Guano gets it. See? This is, by the way, everything Guano's fault. So feel free to blame Guano
Good
the
to
entire
know.
campaign.
For anybody in my chat,
All
I
right,
apologize
so
for the fact that Demon can't keep her food
The
from
party
attacking.
has worked diligently to pull apart this barrier. It's very, packed tight. Lots of boards, lots of broken logs. All of it just, in here just to stuff this tight. As tight as they can get it. So whatever it is on the other side, they apparently did not want getting through. But with time and effort, you're able to pull it down. And sure enough, on the other side, you see this very horrifically burned goblin. That also seems to be a ghoul.
Hmm.
And as they look up, as the opening is now wide enough for them or one of you to move through, they look up and hope. Grinning, I guess, as best as they can with what remains of their face. But unfortunately, one of the small bits of plank, maybe about the size of Belthrin's hand, perhaps, just hanging still on a nail on the wall. It didn't need to be removed immediately to make the way passable. But it's a little loose. They're still goblin ghouls, right? Their craftsmanship, not exactly up to snuff, but they did what they could. Shifts on the nail. There's a squeak of, that rusty wood on nail sound. I'm sure you've heard it. And then the plank thunks against the wall. Your goblin friend, the smile immediately melts and turns to a look of pure horror.
Melts.
From behind, as soon as that thunk happens, there's a bellowing roar. Someone
over here.
speaks in abyssal. which I don't think any one of you knows. No, does not
Nope.
look like it. Screams an abyssal. You recognize it as abyssal. You would have come across it and probably heard or seen it enough at this point in the research you've been doing in the several months since the events of Rustage. So you recognize it as abyssal. And through a crack where a bit of light comes through, there's an explosion of fire.
Behind us, friend, quickly.
Well, looks like we... Oh, shit.
Do we roll initiative or do we get time to get the friend behind us?
We just got fireballed.
The fireball is going to erupt, striking the pile of wood right next to Zodok.
Okay.
Ceiling, I think, is out of the area of effect of it. Let me double check.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yep.
Isn't?
Ceiling is just on the edge of it. Ceiling, you will not need to roll the reflex saving throw.
His little hair just.
Not to mention, I think he's in a little bit of my snow, so
He is in the snow.
extra
Yeah.
protection.
Yeah, that's insulating you anyway. So yeah, you're good. Because yeah, I mean the fire literally hits the wall here, right in front of you, Ceiling. Like it's coming close. Everyone else, absolutely, reflex saving throws.
Hair blowing back.
Okay, what's the DC? That
Six.
18 is a failure.
Okay, 6d6 is a 21 average. I should be able to live it. Okay, yeah, I'm good.
Belthrin and Guano take the full 17 points. Cinder and Naya take half that, as does Zodok. And then yes, we will be rolling initiative.
Over here, over here!
Cinder cracks her neck. Fire already runs through my veins. Was that supposed to do something?
Let me check my resources.
It used it?
I correspond 1, so I can do it again. It's
Yeah, do you want to?
shorthand. Yeah, we just hit with a fireball.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just got
I will do
fireballed,
that.
so we'll
Yes.
hell yeah. Sick.
I didn't mean to hit that. Whatever. Sure, I drew things. What?
Never happened.
Alright, we good to roll now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Do you want to consider Zodok your ally?
For now, yes. At least on my point.
Yeah, this is for Ceiling.
He's got a red health bar. That's
That's
Good.
true.
that's scary.
Fair.
That's bad.
Okay.
No, yeah,
one is
I
a
would.
+3 now? That's good.
Mhm.
I would. I consider him an ally. For now, until we think better of it. Celia might be a bit Sussy Baka about it, but I didn't have 10 minutes to cast Augury, so
Oh, come on.
I'll go with Guano's decision.
Yeah, what do you think, Guano? Is Zodiac an ally?
To me, yes.
Okay.
Oh, come on!
I'm going off the Guano vibes.
We'll give him the warning as well.
One was very unbiased, except when it comes to half elf, which he really likes.
Belthrin, you have the first initiative in combat.
So let's get the tanks in the front.
Beltran didn't see where that exactly came from. So,
All you saw was fire coming through the crack in the wall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and I'm barely around the corner. It barely hit me. It caught me by surprise, though. So, Belthrun is going to move in and start creating a barrier between him and whatever's the our new quote unquote ally.
What do you see?
I don't see anything right now at the moment. Keeps on moving.
Oh, I forgot. It's all played now. That was the fireball sound effect.
a little late.
Next
Yeah.
couple more moves.
But it's cool, so I had to.
It is cool.
The walls in here, Belthrun, and the timber that supports the walls all have very obvious scorch marks on them. You can see the charred bodies of 3 other goblins in there, and there is a partially dug out alcove just around the corner from you that has revealed a flagstone wall that looks familiar. It's the exact same kind of stonework that you saw in the other section of the ruins. And there is a very narrow crack in that wall that seems to open into another chamber beyond. And you can hear like the sound of flames crackling and flickering actively in that other room.
Okay.
But at the moment you cannot see anything, it seems.
Wait, does it look?
I see nothing in here at all.
Mm-hmm.
Other than, and I'm seeing, and I'm conveying this to them. There's nothing in here, but I hear something in the next room.
Yep, around the corner from you there.
How narrow is the crack?
How narrow is? Oh, it's the same, like to where we have to crouch in.
No, this chamber is big enough that you do not have to be crouching.
Okay.
No, I mean the crack in the wall.
How
That
big
we
is
see the
crack in
fire
wall?
coming through. Yeah.
About 5 feet. That's what it
Beltran
looks like.
cannot get a good look at it yet.
He's gonna. He is gonna be. He's gonna be moving kind of where he's seeing that. So that's his. Oh.
It is a
Saw.
tiny crack in the wall, barely big enough to get his arm through.
If it's not possible, I suggest we just get our friend back to safety here and take the other way around once we're all good.
I suggest we fuck off.
That'd be a good idea. He is
You
firing.
hear the heavy
it-
sound of breathing and soft growling on the other side of the wall.
I
And
don't
I do
think
see a door where he is inside where he's at as well.
and you can see what looks to be an altar with a silver bowl, and on top of the bowl there is a slender bladed knife pointing away from you towards the western wall across from you.
Does it have any markings that Beltran would notice?
Not that you can see from here.
Okay.
You do notice that there are two doors over here. There's one on the wall across from you, and then one down here. But they're both in that corner.
So he's gonna peek in. He saw a flash of this monster as he walked up, but he doesn't see him again now. And he turns back and is like, let's just get out of here. We've got him. We've got our goblin friend out of here. So he just turns back around and
I don't think we can ignore this fight for long, but for now, we need to just get out of this reach. He can attack us, we cannot attack him.
Yes, I say we fight it when we didn't just take a fireball to the face.
he can't get into this room though, is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, all the more reason
Right.
for us to leave.
Exactly. And he turns back around. Hang on. So
Make
that
me a
was
seek
one
check as you move, Beltran.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, move.
And 2. So that'd be my second action, and as my third action, I do kind of want to. Well,
Was that not all three? Didn't you
I
have to take 2 actions to get in?
He's got crazy movement speed.
yeah, I've got 35 feet of movement.
Oh, all right.
So
Right? Just like, okay.
yeah, so I was able to scout and get back out of there with 2 moves. I'm not
Speedy
sure what
little short legs.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Can I recall knowledge on that person? On that as
On
I'm
what you
leaving?
saw? Absolutely.
Okay.
With a natural 20.
Oh, he's showing us now. Interesting.
No, I revealed it.
Oh,
Because
nice.
it was a nat 20, and I thought that was cool. So I had to show it off.
Yeah,
Giving
that's
you a
kinda
hero point
cool.
for that as well, because that was sick. This is a big fat deal. So, first of all, that is what you saw.
It's the goat. The goat.
Hello.
You know that these are typically goat-headed demons, as depicted. Eyes glowing red, flaming hooves. They are, however, only about 3 feet in height. They are ill-tempered, even for demons. Other demons feel like this bro needs to chill out. They love fire.
So they're basically.
So it's a
immune to
bitchy
fire.
flaming goat.
Correct, actually. It is a demon and a fiend. You know that they are immune to fire damage. They are weak to cold iron and to holy. Their strongest saving throw is fortitude, and their weakest is their will save. And you also know that these are capable of moving without needing to walk through an area, meaning they can translocate, as per the spell, translocate.
Okay. So we are fighting it. Gotcha.
Yes. He is very mean, very vicious, it seems, and he is very angry because of that fireball that we just took. I suggest we get out of here now. And
I
walk
suggest our
the
friend
path.
comes over
No,
here right now
because-
to say,
Because of what you know, it suggests that we're going to be fighting it. It's coming after us through that tiny little crack because this doesn't need to go through it. So, my suggestion is let's split up. Well, split up not too much, but like so we can greet it properly
Let's-
without minimizing the fireballs.
Yeah.
let's drag the fight back to the bigger cavern right behind us. We'll have more room to spread out over there.
I forgot, Zurich is actually on their belly.
Excuse me, what is on their belly?
Zurich, the goblin. He's just been laying there.
Oh,
Oh. He's
Hurry, little one! Get a move on!
Screaming in absolute terror and pain as more fire burns them, Zurich will crawl along the ground. Using all three actions. Ceiling.
Did Belthrun mention that ritual bowl with the athame pointing west?
Yes. Yep. I noticed that there was a ritual bowl.
It's definitely going to be a nice occultism roll later.
Oh yeah, which is my specialty. So that piqued my interest.
Same, I'm good at occultism too.
How does holding action work?
it
You have
takes
a
two
couple of
actions.
options. You can either delay your initiative to a later point in the order, but that becomes your permanent spot, or you can spend 2 actions to ready a single action activity.
Yeah, it's a big drawback. Like what you can prepare can only be one action.
Delaying your turn sounds way worse than it actually is, and can very often be the correct tactical decision.
Would I need to see that bowl in order to do recall knowledge over what was described?
You did say I didn't recognize it much, so I probably wasn't able to give a great description of it. Is my guess.
You'd need to be looking at it, I think, to really do something about it. Because, yeah, Belthrin would not have been able to get a great look at it. I suppose Belthrin would know that the bowl did not seem to have any sort of liquid in it, but did have something in it.
I see. And you were able to see it? The creature? You actually were able to get eyes on it through the crack?
Yes. In a flash of it, basically. I was able to see it and recall knowledge on it enough to where I knew exactly what it was. And its weaknesses and such.
You are waiting on it. Then, yeah, I guess I will delay my turn until after.
Why didn't I?
Until after the demon. There's a closet there, apparently, but.
Okay, I just noticed that for some reason I didn't take the damage when I clicked on F. So hold on a second. There we go.
I want to split up, actually. I want to split up. I would go after it anyway.
All right, and when do you want to delay your turn to?
I kind of don't, actually, because I want to be going after it, but
Yeah, I feel that mood.
like that just means it's going to be my next turn anyway. So,
Maybe a tactical retreat, almost in a sense.
I'd love to
Yeah,
know
well,
more about it, but I want to be. Where are you all going? Where do you all intend to go? I'm thinking of parking myself right here. I'm making so I have eyes on it.
This tunnel leads back to the bigger cavern that we fought in earlier, and this might be a good place for us to fight this beast.
And Cinder and I can block off a path, so to speak.
I can go to the south if you all go to the. If some of you go to the north.
Cinder and Cillian go to the south. Beltran and I will go to the north. Guano, pick whichever path is more convenient to you.
Fortunately, my optimal turn doesn't really let me move.
We need to get out of this tiny little room for now.
I guess so. Problem is,
I still have line of sight. I will be here. I will cast shield. And and
So you got one more action. What you got?
I guess I'll say there. No, I have one line. There, yeah. Can I fucking hide?
You can roll a hide check, absolutely.
Simple stealth? Or is that a different activity?
It is on the basic action macros, in fact.
Oh,
It should
there
be a
it
hide
is.
check. It does go off of stealth. But, you know, I mean, it's set up.
Okay, great. Cast shield. Tuck against the wall and start fitting with my cold iron ring.
Hell yeah. Guano!
It's a difficult choice. Yeah. I think I have to. I have to be out of range of fireball. Keep line of sight with the room and go this way. Do I buff or do I heal?
What?
Do I buff or do I heal? Do I set up damage? Yeah, I'll set up damage. I'll cast shield. And I'll Arcane Cascade. That'll be my turn. I think it'll be more useful because if I don't cast a spell, I can't actually set up the cascade.
Here he come.
I wonder if he works. I wonder if his shit is at will or if he has like prepared spell slot like us.
A very large, fiery demon that isn't very tall, but is very stout, stands in front of Cinder suddenly.
Wide load.
Yeah.
Oh. You're here.
Dummy thick.
I was expecting more.
It swings a flaming sword at Cinder. Dealing 20 points of damage to Cinder.
Okay. Ow.
This little shit.
For a while, there's nothing, no sound. And suddenly, there's a critical strike on Cinder.
What the fuck?
Dealing 8 points of damage.
Yeah, it's a closet.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah,
It's good. It's fine. It's fine.
And a fortitude saving throw, please.
It's really more fine than a flaming sword.
If a 19 on my die didn't get me through that, I'm going to be annoyed.
No, that is a success. I think that's it. Yeah, that was 2. Yeah. Naya.
Yeah, you just
Is
watch
your
Cinder react to getting slashed by something like, motherfuck, what the hell?
Heals! Heals!
Yeah. Naya's immediate reaction is tactical retreat everyone, Beltran to the north, Cinder to the south, and Beltran, please grab our friend. And then she's going to use Ocean's Bomb on Cinder because you just took a whole lot of damage.
That's sort of my point. This job, isn't it?
And then she's going to... Okay, our goblin friend, is he on the ground because he's inflamed and cannot get up, or...
He's on the ground because he's panicked and terrified and wants to get out of here.
Okay, but he's not on fire right now.
No, not at the moment.
Okay. Beltran, you took that fireball to full blast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, heal for you too. Oh, come on!
Got this.
Better than nothing.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
That's gonna be my turn.
Cinder.
Right then. I'm annoyed.
Fair.
I know the plan is to split up, but I want to take one swing at this thing.
I don't know about splitting up.
I just know we should regroup in the other
mean-
room.
I think it's a good idea to have the range people get some distance, and if we can, let's not stay in a line, in a ball, in a cone, or whatever this
Oh,
thing can do.
Please?
What was that?
It's fine.
Well-
It's fine.
No forming up is what it's
Yeah.
No, I was talking about I heard Mog say something and it was really quiet.
Basically, we're just retreating to a bigger room.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't back up. But absolutely whack it.
That'll hit.
Ooh, and it's cold iron too.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do this.
What else you got?
So, I'm making sure I understand the plan, right? We're falling back enough to get to the other room, or are we actually just... Is it just me?
No,
or
we're falling back to the other room. More room to fight, less grouping up and being targets for big explodey spells.
And getting you out of flank is nice.
I don't think I'll be able to escape flanks given this little shit.
Because
hanging on.
that causes a little fucking pest, but it does give the demon flanking.
Just moving out of where you are is gonna be a big plus already. Remember, make them waste actions.
I'm getting there. I'm just double checking something. Don't I have 25 feet of movement speed? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, the thing was coming up as 15. I'm like, no, I've got 25.
Yeah, hitting strong, getting out of pinch, and raising shield.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
The only thing
10,
is that
20,
I'd like someone in there to defend the goblin.
I've got him.
Yeah, if you can grab him on the way out.
That's what I plan on doing.
Squish the little closet like a butterfly.
That'd be.
What else you got?
And
More action.
I am going to raise my shield.
Hell yeah, sick.
Try and keep this thing from getting the Celian. Just in case.
Belthrin.
And I can see this little guy, can't I? No?
Yeah, the closet is no longer invisible.
Okay. So,
Oh, now he is.
Yeah, now it is.
Belthrun looks to the little shit and just takes 2 quick shots at him as his first action.
I didn't know you could rotate tokens like that.
It's a bug that happens every once in a while.
Just
It's
if
not
you
supposed
mash,
to do that.
if you mash flip.
Yeah. That will critically strike.
There's the Belfun special.
There we go.
And
Okay, little shit's going down, hopefully.
You just clap. You just clap your hands together on it.
roll that damage.
Aced.
Oh yeah.
Shovel,
Yeah.
Shovel isn't feeling so good.
Shovel.
There we go.
For a casual, 40 points of damage.
Yeah, thought so. It's not alive anymore.
Belthrun just kind of, just like, claps his hands right on top of it and just does it twice. His shots are just like, thwap, thwap, one right after the other, and he turns and sees the beast in front of him, grabs our goblin. So that it's one action just to grab him, right?
If you would like to move Zodok,
Mhm.
it is a reposition check, and you can only reposition him 5 feet, 10 feet on a critical success.
But
So
can
if you
Beltran
step forward and then do a reposition, you can move them up either 5 or another 5 for 10 feet.
But can
But I
Beltran
can't. But I can't pick him up.
No, you cannot.
That's probably more than one. It's probably 2 actions to do that, though. Okay, so Beltran's going to move, block the path, basically, grab Zodok, and reposition him.
And that should be on the basic action macros, the reposition check.
Is a check
you have a
required if
plus-
it's a willing creature?
You have a plus
That'd be
2.
willing.
Because he's not exactly willing.
Gotcha.
He's not hostile, but he's not, your friend, I guess. So that's why you get a plus 2
Okay.
on the check.
He's gonna be after this.
Circumstance to it. Basically, add circumstance.
Yeah, circumstance bonus of 2 to it.
Okay. This should be pretty decent, I hope.
Let's hope.
You got this.
Yes.
And that'll move him further along.
Success at least.
Hell yeah. Getting Zodok out of the way.
Yep, and then just kind of blocking it from everybody else. Blocking the path there is what it will be.
Have a hero point for helping Zodok.
Yay.
Okay.
Those 0 points are useful on Beltran.
Zodok,
This.
still screaming, uses all 3 actions to continue to crawl.
I was gonna say like, this way, little one. Take cover.
Ceiling.
Okay.
You got line of sight.
I do.
Nice.
I do. You said he was weak to cold iron, but not cold.
That is correct.
Okay.
And holy.
That is also correct.
I'm going to use needle darts.
Yeah,
My
you got
cold
some
iron ring.
cold iron things.
I got my ring. Great.
Nice.
Nice.
That's not a crit though. This thing is sturdy.
Yeah.
Gotta roll that damage.
Yeah, rolled a 19 on it. Wow.
You shot, nerd.
Ooh, still good damage.
Nice.
Healthy. Healthy for a
Okay.
little range cantrip.
Right? I
And,
love needle darts.
God, yeah. Yeah, when I was looking at that cantrip video you posted in the other channel, I was like,
Yeah.
where is it? Where is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
That needle dart is good.
There's my boy. There's
Yeah.
my needle darts.
I watched it waiting for telekinetic projectile.
Got one more action. What do we got?
Either I try to regroup with the rest, or I stay here with eyes on it. And shield.
Above the table, right now Beltran is probably a more tempting target due to proximity. And we're all regrouping to the big room anyway, if we can.
Even if, yeah,
While
even if,
Belthrune may be the most tempting target because of proximity, both Cinder and now Celian have actually hit this thing. Aggro exists
That's
for
also
a
fair.
reason.
Yeah.
Also, you're more damage than
I'm-
Beltran.
I'm going to try to do the damage.
I'm gonna leave.
Oh, also, I need to heal.
That is snow, yeah.
Damn it.
I kinda wish the snow would melt faster.
You're the one that cast it.
You're the one who put it there.
Yeah, I know! And I hate it! It's why I'm so hesitant to use Winter's Clutch now, because I'm creating problems.
There we go.
Okay. Wano!
Use those.
And I can't
wild
just recall-
problems to your
I can't
advantage.
recall knowledge because I mean Beltran already got a nat 20 on all that, so like I'm used movement.
Yeah, Beltran kind of nailed it with that. That was sick.
We're going in.
I'm going in.
Okay,
Spell
but come
strike.
back out.
End it with a crit. Just crit spell
I-
strike. That's all you gotta do.
If I crit, it's dead,
Easy.
like for sure. But spell strike, level 2 shocking grasp.
Just be sure to have a way out.
Oh please, it's
That's
Guano.
gonna hit.
Skylapse aways all day. He just goes.
That's the physical
Okay.
part.
Okay. Okay.
And here's the. Oh, that's a shitty 3d12.
Yeah,
It
there's a
is.
1 and a 2 in there, and then oof, that sucks.
Wait, hold on. A real quick question. Are you using cold iron weapon?
Yes.
Cause that doesn't seem to be in there.
It'll show. It'll show on
It'll show.
The extra damage doesn't show up until it takes the damage.
Oh, good.
But that is with the extra damage included so far. 29 points of damage.
Okay. Almost did it.
Close, yeah.
And with the spell strike hitting, I'm gonna choose the long jump out of Waterbird's poise. Is there a button for it, or do I just roll the athletics?
Roll the athletics. Or actually, there might be. Yeah, it's on the basic action macros. Jump, both high and long.
Jump. Okay, 15 feet, so it's gonna be a normal leap. What do you mean? There.
Technically, that is 20 feet because it's 5, 10, 5. So that was 5 and then 10.
Okay. Then how about here?
That is a 15 feeter.
I prefer the
That
other
is-
body.
That is my turn. I heard it for real, but unfortunately, Shocking Grasp let me down.
Yeah, it kind of did. That was a bummer. Just rude. Speaking of rude. Get out of the way, Snake.
And I have to rush in to pick up Guano.
Wake
What
me
the
up
heck?
when it's dead.
It strides over to Guano, takes a deep breath. And breathes fire on Guano and Cinder.
Oh shit, breath weapon.
Reflex saving throw, please. Guano and Cinder.
I'll take the success.
Sick.
Nope, I'm not getting out of this.
An attempt was made.
Don't I have resistance to fire damage because of the water attack, the healing?
Actually, that's a good point.
Yeah, I gain resistance
From
to
the-
fire for 1 minute.
From which one?
From
The
my ocean bomb.
From Ocean Balm? Yeah. Should be on the Ocean Balm spell. You should be able to drag that onto your character.
Do you need? I'll put it in the chat again.
Yeah. Anybody that was Ocean's Balmed gets the Ocean's Balm effect.
So that would
Half
be
damage for
Cinder
success?
and Beltran.
For success, yes, you take half damage. So it'll be 10 points of fire for Guano, 20 points of fire coming towards Cinder.
Okay. I'm getting annoyed now.
Alright, and you can't use that again until next turn. Also, the area is now slippery, like the effects of a grease spell.
Okay.
Oh, that shit was napalm.
Isn't that great?
Dude, I can't wait till we fight like near a lake or something, so I can waterbird and just stand on the water.
Quasit is a gooey paste and is dead forever. Naya. Also, the snow in here probably melted after that fireball.
Oh, no. Nope.
Just want to get rid of that.
Okay. Well, at this point, I need Guano to not die, and
I don't.
I mean,
think
we
he's
got
gonna
a
be
full
around
round
much
on it.
longer.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's
And-
surviving.
Yeah, finish it. Finish this bitch.
Oh.
yeah, finishing it is the best way to ensure that Guano survives.
Totally.
I'll have my full power going at him here after after Cinder's turn. So
Yeah, Cinder doesn't get mips on it first.
Yeah.
You
I
can
guess
get
it's
the
part
trees.
dragon, because I didn't expect a breath weapon from the goat. I like it.
Oh, also, since it's grease now, Cinder and Guano also make reflex saving throws for me.
Well, that's
Nice,
Yes,
that
sir.
will unfortunately miss.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Oh, come on!
That one will also unfortunately miss.
You got hero points, right?
That's true, you do have hero points.
And I always keep one of those for healing checks. For medicine checks, sorry.
Guano keeps her balance, however, Cinder has fallen prone.
Whoa, God. Okay,
Good.
now I'm gonna murder somebody.
Map
From the
10,
ground.
but let's really hope this time. Oh, fuck you. Well, that's a turn wasted.
Unfortunate. Alright, Cinder.
Okay, so question for the grease thing: do I have to do a reflex save to move for each tile or whatever?
Indeed, you do. Using an action to move through the greasy surface, during its duration, you must attempt a reflex save or an acrobatics check to balance. Now, that is a single move action, so you have enough movement that you could move your way all the way through it. But if you fail, obviously you fall.
Wait, what's the move speed when you're prone?
5 feet.
Ah,
If you take a 5-foot step or you crawl, which again is 5 feet, you do not have to attempt a check or a save. You are currently prone, so you could crawl if you wish.
Well, that's not dignified at all, and I wouldn't be able to do anything anyways.
Fair?
yeah.
That's
Wait,
a true
what?
statement.
You got a gun?
hence why I said I should be able to take care of it.
Well,
Wait, why is Cinder prone again?
he
The
slipped and fell.
breath weapon, after it uses it, the area turns into grease.
Okay, but did Cinder fall already?
Yes.
yes,
Yes,
I
Cinder
failed my
fell.
check.
Yeah, if crawling speed was a little bit better, I would have told you to just crawl here
over
and stand up.
Come kill it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
Do I have to make any other checks for that?
No, not for standing.
Okay.
I think moving through it might do it.
Well-
Actually, let me double check that. You might.
If the floor was a little bit more even, I would tell you to just kick yourself off a wall and slide on your back.
Yes. To stand, you need a reflex save or a balance check. Well, in this case, a reflex save. You are able to stand.
Nice.
Okay. Cinder is not happy about that undignified slap on her back.
That's fair.
So, let's see. It's a free action to drop my sword, just to basically stab it into the ground.
Yeah, if you want.
Oh, I'm not gonna fall on my face again, so
Fair.
it may not be exactly the whole thing, but I don't have to get closer to hit it.
That's true.
Oh, this is new. I haven't actually used the Atlas before on this, so do I use the normal one or the +2?
The bottom row is thrown. The top row is melee.
Well, I'm throwing a 20-foot club, so I'm going with the bottom row then.
And you haven't done any other map-based actions, so you'd start at the very highest possible.
I was just making sure.
Will, however, unfortunately miss.
I'm ready to. Ah!
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Okay, that was standing up, drawing. Yeah, I'm out of actions. I had to try.
I am going to give you a hero point for tactical decisions.
I'll
You
take
played
it.
played that a very, I don't know, safe way. I dug it. You're thinking. I dig it. Hey, Bill.
Yes. Belthren sees
Belthin,
this
how do you like flanking?
Oh, yeah. Already on top of it. Belthren moves in. Just lowers himself even more. Gets into his typical stance. And takes 2 shots at this guy. Just looking at him like,
Give him the Belthin special.
mhm.
There it is.
And the special.
Unfortunately, that was on Zodok.
Oh yeah. No, don't kill the goblin.
27.
Oh, no, not the duck.
A 27 is not a critical strike. Unfortunately.
Sorry. I thought I
But
had
do they
it.
both hit?
Yeah.
They do, however, both hit.
Okay.
Okay, at least.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
For a nice.
That might be enough.
Fuck yeah.
23 points of bludgeoning damage is enough to drop the creature to the ground.
Are we out of combat?
I forgot I should have been doing this.
Well, you didn't have a reason to, because we all do fucking bludgeoning damage.
Not that
Actually,
great sword.
I did slashing.
Mhm.
Oh, you slashed it with okay.
Do I have to do that now?
No, I
It's-
just straight up forgot. I'm not gonna worry about it.
It's 2d4. I don't think it changes the outcome.
Okay, I'm immediately gonna move straight up to next to Zadok and try
Yeah.
to calm them down.
Just to be sure, do you have more than 8 HP remaining? Cinder.
15.
Cinder.
Yeah, would not have changed it.
Cillian had seen the gout of flame come out the tunnel after he used
Yeah.
when he used his fire breath. Oh God, Cinder, are you all right?
Cinder, who's wrapping the Atlas back around her torso and stooping to pick up her sword. I'm fine.
Is everyone in one piece?
The blood of fire dragons runs through my veins.
And the breath
Everything
of
that's
fire runs over
alive.
your skin tonight, but you're sure you're all right. That was a lot.
Calm down, little one. We just killed the demon.
I'm fine.
Oh,
yeah. Make a diplomacy check. Cinder and Celian, go ahead, continue with whatever you're doing.
I'll be tentatively using prestidigitation to clean the grease off their armor.
Right?
You've got some bile on you or something.
Not the most
Mo-
conventional use of a fire breath I've seen, but it worked.
What's up?
do I make it blind or just public?
No, you don't have to make it blind.
Ugh. That is a crappy roll.
That reaction right there, by the way, is exactly why we do so many blind rolls.
Yeah, no, I
Sometimes
get
they-
it.
Yeah, because sometimes they don't suck. Sometimes that's enough.
But that's also why I asked if you needed me to do a blind roll.
I'd
so
help,
Ceiling-
but I suck at this.
Um, mm. Yeah, I've just been poking at, trying not to get too close to Cinder's back, because I recall them being touchy about that. But I saw a volcano just pop through the hallway where Cinder was just standing, so I'm trying to take care of them a little bit.
A good night's sleep and I'll be fine. This is not the worst I've gone through.
There was his breath weapon, by the way, if you're curious.
If you say so.
It's fireball damage. Jeez.
So you're telling me that I basically tanked 2 fireballs to the face,
More or less.
and I'm still alive.
Yep.
Yep.
If you had eyebrows, hell, I'm sure if you had eyebrows, they'd be gone by now.
Yeah, Guano is pretty singed.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the result of the diplomacy check before
But
I
thankfully,
start Guano.
Are you doing a treat wounds on Cinder?
Yeah, yeah, I'd like to do that. Yeah, I think I'm no Naya, but
Do you have a healing kit though?
competent. Do I?
Can I come over and assist?
Does treat wounds need a healing kit, or is that
It does.
its own particular? Okay.
On that, just a random thing, since it's been established that Guano, if my memory serves, is covered in bat crap, hence his name. That is correct.
Grease on grease, I didn't get any of the shit sticking to me. It's okay.
No. How bad does it smell? Because you got hit by the fireball.
Oh god.
Smells like warm dog.
Hmm. That's not
So
great. I don't have a healing kit.
It seems that the Zoduk, with the creature now defeated, the fire no longer being a problem, seems like they calm down slowly.
oh good. Can I tell that they are haunted? Because I'm assuming above the table that they are.
Alright, now little one, we're
It looks like
out
them.
of this situation.
Whether or not you assume because of that they're also undead is up to you.
What does he do with the others?
Looks like them.
Yeah, he looks like them.
Okay. I thought he was looking at them.
Well, he has seen them, and he's, kind of just shrugs about it.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Guano,
figured.
you've really taken a beating. Give me a minute. And I'm gonna ocean bomb you.
Well, if you're sure you're all right, I'll. There's something I would like to take a look at.
Thank you, Noya.
You should probably go follow him.
Can I do a medicine check on him to see if the vitality effects would hurt him? Or if I even have the means to heal him to a regular treat wound.
Yeah, treat wounds is an option. It doesn't do vitality damage.
Yeah, that's what I want to check though, if I can do
Yeah,
nos
you can always
sembramos.
treat wounds on anyone.
Okay.
Belthrun will point for Celian where the demon came from, basically.
Right here.
He
Oh,
came
I see.
through there.
Okay. Well, I'll do a treat wound check on Zodok.
Yeah, go ahead, treat wounds on Zodak, by all means. Should be able to target them, I think.
Yeah.
While this is going on, I'm gonna have a seat on the rock. Look at him go. Well, now that this is taken care of, how about we have a little chat?
You seem better for now. I'll see if I can help you again in a little bit, but for now, don't pick too much at the wounds, okay? I need to go check on the others. Are you gonna be okay with him, Guano?
That'll be fine.
Alright, I leave the little one in your care then.
For the record, Cinder's basically parked herself so she has a clear, had a clear line of sight to both rooms in case somebody yells for help.
Celian, from where you are not close enough to learn much, if anything. You can see the altar, you can see the bowl, you can see the knife, you can see the doors, the walls. You can still hear the fire crackling, and the room itself is still lit. You're not able to get a great look at it, but it looks like the fire is coming from the ceiling. The altar
yeah.
appears to be made out
Give
of
us a room
marble.
that.
okay.
And you see a pointed object on the ceiling, but you can't make out all of it.
I'd love to. Listen, could you step back a moment?
Belthrun will back up just enough.
I want to cast Telekinetic Hand in there and try to open the door.
And I think also if you have
Oops.
if you're having trouble with that, I think there might be a secret door with the 7-pointed star.
I mean, that's why I'm opening the door. That's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm trying to open the door. I want to get a look at where it's going.
Which door specifically? There's one across, and there's one to the south of it.
It's so hard for me to see here.
It's almost like they're looking through a crack.
Oh,
in
I
the
see.
I
wall.
hope you feel better, Cinder. I'm gonna go check on the others. Make the rounds, so to speak.
You should know how hard it is to kill me.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Don't flag, please. It's not.
So you want to open that one?
Yeah.
You can see a hallway beyond it. The hallway looks like it's covered in markings, but it is impossible to make them out from here.
All right. Well, I think I may have an idea of how to get through there.
In fact, Celian, give me a seek check.
Well, I'm all for getting to the bottom of this, but I say we take time to recover before we do that. And especially to look out for our friend over there.
Are we sure that one's a friend?
Well-
Are we all trying to recover the remains?
Well, it's allegedly a friend at the time for
Well,
the
we'll
time
see.
being.
I am talking to him while this is going on, but we'll get
Sure.
to that when we get to that.
Just so we know that Celian's not as naive as Fanny. Where's my seek check?
As you watch through the crack, through the now open door, these markings, every once in a while you notice for just like a split second, it looks like a slight glow. Then, shortly after you've noticed the first bit of the glow, it's been only a few seconds since you opened the door. There are suddenly intense beams of fire all throughout the hallway beyond the door.
Yeah.
Would Cillian have touched the dragon?
Maybe.
Maybe. Question for another time.
After a small amount of time, the two fiery beams seem to die out.
Does the glow remain?
You do notice that the like weird flickering glow that you noticed right before the fire beams does still seem to persist.
Oh. That's going to be treacherous unless we disable it somehow.
Do we have a
Alright.
mean of
I see that
disabling?
there. I hate to say, it might be Cinder's area of expertise.
Well, I'm not letting Cinder go in there until she's fully healed. She took a beating from that nasty bugger.
Alright.
And we still have our supposed friend to see to right now.
Question, was that loud enough that Cinder would have been able to hear it?
No.
No, I meant Naya's statement.
You probably would have heard
You, maybe.
a word or two. I don't know. Unless you have
It's-
very good ears.
Yeah, Celian would have been like, Cinder's gonna be mad at me if I say this out loud. So, yeah. Like, I hate to say, but the one who's all beat up is probably the best one. We don't want to do that, do we? So, Celian would have been quiet about it.
Yeah, well, it was more specifically Naya's and like not going anywhere until Cinder's healed, basically.
Doctor's orders.
Doctor's order. Sorry, you're taking your rest time and you're gonna like it.
Well, it just tells me whether or not Cinder gives her normal at this point. I'm fine response, or she just stands there.
So you say every time. And every time I have to patch you up.
Thanks for keeping an eye. Sadly, it was hard to see what's in there, but I know that there's something sinister and ritualistic, or at least, at the very least, fascinating, going on in that room at the altar.
Guano! What are we doing over here?
Where'd they go?
We're going for a little chat.
Cinder
Having a
will,
little sit
point over
down.
here.
Go ahead.
Now, let's be a little bit civil and have a talk about this whole situation, shall we? The people call me Guano. What is your name? And I'm be conversing in Goblin to be polite.
Okay. Responding in Goblin. My name is Zoduk.
It is nice to meet you, Zotuk. Although it seems you have seen better days.
Yes. That's putting it lightly.
Indeed. Now, While I bear you no animosity, no matter what you might look like, I have some strong and conflicted feeling about the person you were sent to retrieve. I'd like to know what the purpose of this mission was. Anything you can tell me about it would be greatly appreciated.
You know, it's the least I can do for you guys. You guys really helped me out. You got me out of there. I'm only a little bit more burned, but I'm still kicking, you know?
I can't finish
Indeed.
taking care of... Oh no, right. I don't understand any of it. Sorry.
Hey. So you want to know what's going on down here? Fair enough, fair enough. We came here, you know, as ghouls do. Looking for more ingredients, more ghouls to make. Food, too, you know, because I'm kind of hungry all the time. But the boss wanted Nualia's remains. And, well, he has to take care of that fire monster now, so I'm not worried about it anymore.
That's good. Yeah, I am glad to have gotten you out of this. Now, well, this kindness, you can imagine, might not be reflected on the people of the surface. So we will let you go your own way, somewhere you will not be seen by those who might harm you.
That is
But-
appreciated.
But before that, all the details you can give me will greatly help me, and I think you're inclined to help me. For example, that boss of yours, would you happen to have a name to give me?
Oh, yeah. It's one a lot of people around here would recognize, too, I bet you. A lot of memories around that. Rip Nugget's his name.
Ripnog.
Yeah. Is he Rip Nugget? He's still dead. They killed him back in the day, you know? 17 years ago, they killed him when the attack happened. He's still dead, but not really dead. And he's not like, you know, like me, not dead, but he's like a moving dead, like a different, scarier, dead but not dead in a horrifying way. If that makes any sense.
That name rings a bell, but I don't know where that bell is hiding. When you said that name, I saw pictures of a lizard. I don't know what it means.
Rip Nugget. He used to be the leader of the Thistletop Goblins. Nualia basically tricked him, you know, into trying to destroy the town.
Oh.
Some heroes, some adventurers, they killed him. But he's not dead. He's like dead but not dead. Again, like me but not, but different, but also same. Yeah? You get it.
I see. Well, that is worrying. Do you know where Rip Nugget is at the moment?
Not for sure. He abandoned Thistletop. Something's going on. He's headed to you know that old like dungeon just outside of town, the pit. He's headed there. Look for something, whatever it is he's looking for. It's too important to tell us about it. I don't know anything else, but I know that's where he was headed. If he's still there, he's up to something.
I see. Well, thank you for that. Do you have any inclination of what he planned to do with the remains of Nualia?
He wanted to like use her to turn her into like like an undead, like like worse than like again like him, but like me also, but not me, but not us. Same but different, like the same kind of thing, but not, you know.
Oh,
turn
yes,
into a weapon.
I believe I understand. That would have been very, very bad.
He's gonna be real pissed. You know, if he finds out that we, yeah.
Yeah, perhaps it is best for you not to rejoin him.
I don't even plan to. I don't like that guy. I don't like these guys. You guys, I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Like, you know, I don't hate you. But, yeah, but, you know, I'd rather eat you, I guess, than hang out. But, you know, that's just being honest. I figure I owe you that.
And
Yeah,
this
I
is the
appreciate
goblin,
the
right?
honesty.
Is everything going all right over there? How's negotiations?
Everything is fine. I'm learning quite a lot. I believe this is reason enough to let our little friend go. He's been quite useful. I'll tell you all about it.
All right,
I'm on the.
if you're sure.
As long as he's not hurting anyone, I have no problem letting him go.
Yeah, I'm not hurting anybody.
Did you say that uncommon? That motherfucker just said that uncommon?
Yeah. Yeah, is
The
that
fucking
common?
goblin just
or-
said that shit in common?
Yeah, he said it.
Little bastard.
Well, have a good
Oh.
journey.
You do speak common.
Yeah, of course.
Great.
Oh yes, I was just being polite, addressing him in his own language.
So look not.
Farewell? With a
Yes,
question?
you are free to go. Is there anything you would request of us?
Nah. Just, I mean, I guess I would, like, just leave me alone, let me go. Like, but you're already doing that, so, like, I'm good.
In that case, let's hope there is no such incident in which you need rescue again, and that your fate may lead to more pleasant pastures.
And just remember who took care of you when you were in danger.
I already said thanks. Wow, what are these people about? He said that in in Goblin.
They are peculiar, but have their own way.
It might reflect poorly on us if you continue, whatever the hell it is what you were doing here, so close to Sandpoint. If you've got somewhere else to be, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm done with this. This is bullshit. I'm out of here. Fuck Rick Nugget. Fuck this place.
Good nugget.
Yeah, fuck Rick Nugget.
Well,
Right.
I do intend to take care of Rick Nugget.
Yeah, fuck the pit too. Yeah. Fuck it all. Yeah. Yeah, I hate it.
Good. All
Well
right,
then, have
we'll
a
be
safe
on our
journey.
way.
Yeah, I'll be here. I'm just gonna like rest for like a while. I might eat one or two of them. We'll see what happens.
Hey, you do you.
You do what you need. In the meantime, I think we've got a
Wasted
couple
not.
things left here, and then we'll leave you. Mark, I assume this has taken 10 minutes at least.
Yeah, I would want to refocus.
If you want to take enough time so you can heal everybody else up to full, you can just hand wave that and heal everybody to full.
Yep, and wave everybody to full because we never know.
Or you healed yourselves full.
I'll focus up. I'll soothe my curse.
And you can also feel free to refocus.
Let's turn in that quest, shall we?
Don't we want to?
Also, there's a refocus macro if you want it.
Like this.
He's got a cool third eye on it. It's a Celebrity.
Oh no.
What'd you say, Wanubi?
Weren't we looking around at this altar?
Passage.
Yeah, I think we were wanting to have a look at the altar after Cinder was healed.
I would feel. I wouldn't feel terribly comfortable taking the remains of Neuralia with us as we delve deeper. Should we leave it in the care of the Archbishop? What was it called? Head Grand
The High Priest of Desna?
High Priest. There we go. Perhaps we should leave.
We can take a few minutes to go back up and put them in his care while we go right back down to business and tell him to wait for us.
You absolutely can deliver the remains and then come back down in here if you'd like.
Were we wanting to leave that with them with what they were doing with it to begin with, though? This is Belgium talk, by the way. So
I'm sure if we at least ask them to wait for us, they will do so.
This is better than the alternative.
He can't do it right away anyway. He needs to wait for his friend, the elf, to arrive.
Yes.
It will be a while before the seance, not a revival or a resurrection, but whatever communication
Seance.
they're doing. It will take
So
a while for
we-
them to commence. We should have time, I should imagine.
So we
And
have to us.
I'm inclined to bring her to a proper resting place
Agreed.
sooner rather than later.
Yes, let's bring the remains back up and then come back here to make sure everything's safe here.
Farewell, goblin friend. Have a nice afterlife.
Yeah, thanks.
I don't know how much longer you'll be here, but if we can help you while we are both down here, let us know.
Yeah. Good luck.
I would have normally killed a ghoul like this, but I gave my word of protection, and I will not break it.
He has not done anything to hurt us, so for now, I'm more than happy to give him the benefit of the doubt.
It was a curious decision. After all, what sort of existence is it to live in a state of perpetual undeath? But he seemed cognizant. Safe things.
As long as he does not meet an Inquisitor of Pharasma, he'll be fine.
And whether or not that's a life for him to live, that's his decision to make, not ours.
Was it his decision to make to be revived in the first place?
Unlikely.
Right. But regardless, here he is now.
Let me tell you a little bit of his story then, while we walk back up.
Oh goodness, please help me up. I don't want to fall again.
It appears this little Gobble was working for Ripnugget. Ripnugget was the leader of this little tribe of goblins back when they were alive. They were dealt with. I can remember that much. And Ripnugget died. This I am practically certain of. So it stands to reason that that leader of theirs was brought back as well. And as far as I understood him, differently. Perhaps another type of undead. And that's what they planned to do with Neuralia. They wanted to reanimate her into a weapon.
Knew it. Is that what Zodiac wanted? I think that's what he said his name was. If I could read the tag properly.
Yes, he has a name tag stapled.
He
to his
did?
skin.
He said he was done with that. He had no love for Rip Nugget.
Sounded that way. All the more reason to get these remains somewhere else.
So I assume we're just climbing back up as we talk.
Hopefully I'm being helped.
I'm just sort of seeing
Beltrin
Cinder.
will actually be right underneath. Will actually put you on, like, get underneath you and push you up by my shoulders and just kind of essentially carry you up.
Oh man, I just wanted to throw him up.
And I is just
Wow.
standing at the ready with the hair cushion in case anybody takes a tumble.
You. Celine's
It'll be
blushing
safer
hard
than-
with Beltrin beneath them. Oh my god.
Guano, gave you a hero point for remembering what happened to Rip Nugget and doing in
Yeah.
That was sick. Now again, you can just deliver the remains and return if you want. If there's anything you want to do in town, let me know. Otherwise, we don't have to go anywhere. We can get right back to explore.
Yeah,
we-
Guano's intent on delivering the remains because he doesn't like having them in the open, and it's a person that means
Absolutely.
something, even if he doesn't remember exactly what.
Yep, Abstelar is still waiting up at the top of the tunnel and will happily accept the remains if you want to leave them with him.
Oh, great. He didn't even go back to the temple or anything. He's just there.
No, they've been waiting.
Oh, dope. Okay, yeah, easy peasy.
Yeah.
Oh, and Celine's just blushing and like embarrassed to be piggybacked by Beltrin, so they'll just you can put me down. It's okay.
Here you
okay.
go, sir. This is
Fine, then.
this is what's left of her.
It was somewhat as expected. They were at risk of being taken away by, well, it was ghouls, you theorized, and it was. The small ones, goblins.
He
We
takes
kill
the
her.
remains with great reverence, bowing his head to you gratefully. Thank you for delivering these. I'll make sure that she gets seen to a place in the cathedral, if for nothing more than just preparing her remains to rest once again. It will still be
Aye.
some time before Adrani arrives.
Yes, and I'm still looking forward to that conversation I was promised.
Of
For
course.
now we found some worrying things down there. We may have to go back.
Yeah, we have some more exploration to do, but I should let you know something.
Yes, what have you
Those-
found?
Those goblin ghouls and...
There are ghouls.
Yes,
You confirmed that. Oh no.
Yes, yeah.
I'm confirming this,
We
and
killed him.
more worryingly, those ghouls were the reanimated remains of the Thistletop goblins.
That can't be. Truly.
It is.
Yes, indeed. I would suggest investigating their old stomping ground.
Absalar nods quickly. That bodes ill, indeed.
And
Thank
this-
you.
This Rip Nugget, spoken of by some of the poor undead down there, this entity is one to be feared, it sounds. One that has
At the mention
apparently
of the
been
name.
brought back.
Rip
Worse.
Nugget. The color drains from his face. Rip Nugget still lives?
Not exactly.
No, not exactly.
Apparently.
I clearly remember him dying, but it appears he has been brought back as some form of undead.
That means for the last 17 years, Rip Nugget has been fixated on, harnessing the hate for this town that I assume he must still have. He did not exactly need much encouragement from Nualia.
Yes, and he intended to make her into an undead weapon.
He clutches the remains a little bit tighter at that, looking down at them, almost in a panic.
An undead bound by hatred. Is this the revenant we are dealing with?
It very well could be.
Frightening.
Be careful. You said you're going to explore more. What else have you found down there?
Altars, items of worship, perhaps magical traps engaged in a carved-out ruin.
And a fiend. Or a demon. Something
did.
along those lines.
An entire complex? They're catacombs?
Yes. A tunnel carved through and around what appeared to be an old mine structure that
Yes.
evidently leads to something involving...
Old ruins
Star.
indeed. Yes, they were Thessalonian in nature.
By the gods.
Well, this is nothing new to Sandpoint. We have Thessalonian ruins everywhere.
That is true.
I don't think
But-
the gods are going to be helping us at this point. Well, ignoring
takes
the
a deep
grumbling from
breath.
her own gods.
Stands up a bit straighter. Desna will protect us as we travel and journey, of course. If you would be so kind as to map these catacombs you found while you explore them.
Steven
Sure there's nothing
excitedly
else
pops
dangerous?
out.
Well, we have a volunteer.
Steven excitedly pops out the stiletto pen. Oh, of course.
Then please, my esteemed guests, good luck. We'll be waiting in the cathedral for your return. If you end up needing any healing or any assistance, simply come fetch me.
Understood.
Very well.
And he'll carry the remains of Nualia back to the cathedral. And you can return to
Okay.
exploring if you'd like.
Let's do that.
It still feels like a mistake letting him do this seance thing, but...
We can...
Children must make their own mistakes in order to learn.
We can open or slam that door when the time comes. It will be a while yet.
Zoduk is nowhere to be seen.
Good.
Okay, so he's not wasting the second chance. I don't have to kill him right now.
Well, it's not like we were going to kill him if he didn't attack us, but it's good that he absconded.
Did he-
This
any of the
way
corpses?
is not. Yeah, is any corpse missing?
There are a few with like chunks missing from them.
Just big bites. Just big crude bites.
Yeah.
Taken out of them? Yeah. Cartoon bite marks.
Once we get out of that little cave area again, Belthrin will let Celian down so they can.
You kept him! Oh my god, you were so holding him that entire conversation.
I can hear
So embarrassing.
It was the safest route for you, if anything. So
I can just imagine Cillian in Belton's arm just popping out the pen and ready to map at the mention of mapping.
Yeah. Oh.
Mog?
Yo,
Can I look around this little alcove Zarek was in to see if anything's lootable?
absolutely.
Yeah.
If you would like to do a
I was-
seek check, feel free.
Yeah, I was wondering,
Yeah,
did
I will-
the demon have
I'll
anything?
I
assist.
can help with that too.
I'll assist you with my my standard spec metal.
You can, of course, always double-click on any defeated creature, and if they have any loot listed on them in an inventory, you can.
Okay, it's the first thing I did when anything dies.
Wasn't quite sure, so I was asking. Well,
Mhm.
It appears this closet had some raspberry jam.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
no,
not raspberry jam. That's just what Belton
Yeah.
made of
yeah,
it.
just more closet.
I didn't do
I'll
the
be
push
right
to
back.
talk, but when the fire demon died and I double clicked him and there was nothing, I was like, bastard.
are there any uses for closet blood?
Not really, no. Regardless, in this alcove, it doesn't look like there's anything of any real use. The 3 goblin ghouls that have died in here didn't have anything of interest or use on them. Anything that might have been useful looks like it was probably engulfed in the flames, as that was not the first fireball that has been launched into this room, it seems.
Guano, I found something suspicious. It was hard for me to see, but it looked like over here, this crack where the demon had emerged from, apparently. There is fire on the ceiling. Oh, fuck.
The bowl, you can tell, is silver, and the knife, the blade at least, is made of metal. Which you probably knew before, but now it's confirmed.
Great.
Other than that, there are no new types of metal that you're aware of in the vicinity.
Yeah. It could have been a ceramic knife.
Uneven.
Stillion.
Yes.
So, I take it you've taken a gander into that crack. What's the verdict?
God damn it, I was literally telling you this before your fucking internet silenced me. Okay.
Unfortunate.
So, it was hard for me to tell without getting close enough to it to determine any ritualistic markings or anything, or specifically what kind of material the blade is. But there did seem to be fire on the ceiling in the closest room, and what I could see in the room beyond was a magical trap involving, well, unsurprisingly, more fire.
That answers my next question, which was gonna be, is it safe to explore?
Not as such, no. But
Here,
I think there
let
might be
me
a place to disable, perhaps.
have a closer look. What area would you say the trap was
It's-
affecting?
Right there, and I'll take my mage hand and just... Does telekinetic hand have a form? I forget.
It can if you wanted to.
And you can finger it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you basically use that
Literally
for
just the
wherever it
hand.
is.
So it looks like this. No, it's
Mhm.
yeah, it's just like a little sparkly, it's glittery, it's got like essence of galaxy throughout it. It's like in Super Mario Galaxy, the little
Oh, the finger pointer
Dark
for shooting and
double.
stuff?
no, the Mario double that you race against.
Cosmic Mario?
Oh!
Cosmic Mario, yes, it's like that. It looks like Cosmic Mario, but it's still a hand.
I was going to describe it as if Lisa Frank had designed Master Hand.
Oh god.
I was
Okay,
gonna
see-
say if Rayman was left behind.
Okay, Celian doesn't actively try to be that gay, but it's just
No, but the
incidental.
cosmos is.
Ugh, fine. I'll take it.
Oh, nice.
The trap, it's over here. Upon opening the door, there was a shimmer and jets, gouts of flame. And here, it's hard to tell, but the light and the crackling seems to be coming from upward.
I see. Then
I would worry about more
perhaps,
fire jetting down on us from above.
I could
and
try.
the fire came from up there, came from down there.
Good question. Which way did it come?
The
Long way
beams
across
of
the hallway.
fire seem to come from this wall and this wall.
Intersecting.
Yep, the north
see, I
and
see.
west walls shot beams of fire in this area.
Well, now that we know that there is a trap there, perhaps we can circumvent this area, try to find the access from the other side, and disrupt the activation of that said trap.
Yes, and I get real uncomfortably close to Guano because stinky. If you look over,
He's
If-
beyond that. Like he hasn't watched in so long that it's not even stinky anymore.
fucking a. If you look, there's another door over there. I could try and open, but it's really hard to see from here.
As you're watching,
Alright.
the beams of fire activate again.
Oh, like that. Yes. Yes. There it is.
Is this on some sort of timer?
It would appear as much. Well, I would estimate so. But there is a slight tell whenever it's about to happen. A faint shimmer to the tiles.
I see. Well, this won't be answered unless we actually find ingress into this area.
Should I try the other door to see if it gives us any?
I believe that might be prudent, considering we're not in the room.
Sounds good. Step back just in case.
Cinder's just watching intently, seeing, just trying to map the track and whatnot. Because she's going to have to disable them later.
Little hand. Give it a little handy.
Seems to be a very small room beyond there, from what you can see. And it looks like there might be some sort of cloth draped on the wall.
It's very difficult to tell. Here, take a look.
Yes. I cannot see fit.
Nothing seems to be going off there yet. But alright.
I don't think we are gonna get through this tiny crack. For now,
Yes.
maybe we might just try to very carefully go through the door on the other room.
Sure.
Let's have ourselves a search on the other side.
Sure. Just in case, I'd love to seek around this room. See if anything, perhaps,
Absolutely, go ahead.
may crumble away.
Belthroom will as well add that.
Yeah, absolutely, go ahead. The
And
walls...
popping a detect magic certainly wouldn't hurt either.
Absolutely. The walls, despite the fact that they are very much soot-covered and scorched, seem to be intact. You do not discover any secret doors, and there appears to be no magic other than what you would already be aware of in the vicinity.
In my detect magic radiation, my emanation, like if I'm here going through the crack, it would hum at that hallway.
I'm at the hall.
Yeah, get a little buzz.
Go up one notch in the vibration setting.
Yeah. Yeah, do I detect any magic through this area as my detect magic pings?
No, it does not seem that it reaches anywhere past a certain point, and you do not detect any magic.
The space is too obstructed. I can't feel through there.
Yeah.
And I dare not try to reach through the crack for the knife. Not without knowing more about it.
That seems fair. Good safety tip.
Hey.
Guano, oh shit, where did you go?
I think we're all wondering that.
I'm on the other side, on the little room, in the little room.
It occurs to me that perhaps that dagger is the way in, but it was difficult for me to tell.
Yeah, you can tell there's a door in this room, but the trap door or the trap that was above it has dropped enough rubble that you have to clear it before you'll be able to access the door.
No, nothing. Great.
Long shot, but can I closely look at the wall on the right to see if there's any secret doors?
Absolutely. I mean, yeah, if you want to do a seek check, by all means, feel free. There is the carving of the seven-pointed star, of course, on both the east and west walls in here. You do not find any secret doors, no switches, no latches, no panels.
Mm-hmm.
Just a wall.
Well, now that we're not worried about noise, can we clear the rubble?
Absolutely. It takes about 10 minutes to clear the rubble away to access the door.
Let's get doing.
Alright, strength-based characters in front. Let's clear this shit.
Belthrin's already working on it.
Since it's taking 10 minutes, I would love, actually, since I know how I have a time frame, I would love to cast Augury.
Does that mess with your curse at all?
No.
No,
Okay.
it's just a second rank spell slot. It's just tricky because it takes 10 minutes to cast.
I'll go cross-legged, sit there, and it might not affect my curse entirely, but there is a little bit of levitation that happens
Mm-hmm.
as he starts to lift and cast and see a vision of the future. And he wants to know about the results of this intended course of action of diving into this Thessalonian ruin.
Okay, so the question is, what happens if we go into these ruins? Basically, good or bad?
More or less, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I know even the spell says the glimpse is vague. So there's... It would be hard for me to break it down like, would it be better for us to clear the secret door or to try fucking with the dagger through the crack? Like, it's a little much. A little granular. So I just reached to the stars. I asked the stars, what sort of fate awaits
What do?
Yeah, what do, stars? What awaits us in these ruins?
The answer is a phrase. Ad astra per aspera. Through difficulty, we reach for the stars. Stars seem to be telling you that there are both good and bad things to come.
But an uplifting sense to a phrase like that tells me worth. Tells me that the difficulty should be worth it.
Stars go lol worth.
Yeah. So... I've reached to the cosmos for guidance, and The going will not be easy, but I should imagine none of us expected that. But
Also-
whatever lies in there...
Go ahead.
Whatever lies in there, I believe the difficulties will be worth it.
As you were clearing away the rubble, you do discover one of the goblin bodies underneath all of the stone. Seems to have something valuable on it.
Crypto.
Yeah, it's got crypto. There's
Crypto.
your actor.
Ooh,
Ah.
a charm. This dried seaweed bracelet is lined with charm shaped like a small shark teeth.
And I'll be right back.
When you activate the bracelet, attempt to escape using acrobatics with a +1 item bonus to the check. If you roll a success, you get a critical success instead. If you fail the acrobatics check against the grabbing creature, the creature must either release you as a free action or take 2d8 piercing. Nice. Damage as shark teeth momentarily emerge from your skin. Cool.
I do believe that would go to Beltram. He's the grappler of the party, so he's most likely to get
Now this
grabbed.
is for if you get grappled.
Yeah, but he's the one. If my memory serves, a newbie, you said you were setting up Beltram to be a grappler, right?
That is correct.
Well, if also on that, if my memory serves, if you specifically roll a 1, if you critically fail a grapple check, you get grappled.
That is correct.
Yeah, so this is a way for you to get out.
This is also a way for you, as the tank as well, to have a way to get out as well.
Screw getting out, I'm biting.
It's one of you because I already have a feat that lets me have advantage on anything that would slow me down.
And I've got advantage on being grappled as well. So,
Yeah,
or
I've got the
now
bronze
it's-
bull pendant. That's about the best I've got. So,
Hmm.
It is a consumable, so it won't last. So whoever wants that one-time ripcord, I could see it being.
It could be useful to
I
anybody.
could see it being
really.
Cinder. I mean,
Who's got the
Ryan,
best acrobatics between the two of you? Because it requires an acrobatics check. It doesn't let you use athletics.
my acrobatics is a +5.
I'm at a +8 for acrobatics.
Take
I'm
it.
at a +10.
Oof.
then I would say
Okay.
that the one with the lowest one, because you get the +1 item bonus to the check, but if you fail it, regardless, that's when you bite. That's when it bites them. Unless they release you voluntarily as a free action.
Oh yeah, we could do it like that.
So I
That's
guess
kinda
I'm
what
taking
I-
it then.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
safety measure. Safety measure for one without the stacked bonuses already.
And you're the tank anyway. You're more likely to get You're more likely to get grappled and stuff.
Yeah,
Just with, like,
because
purple
Belton's
in
got
my
the
bonfire.
Belton's got turnabout. You know, Belton can pull.
Yeah, I get
It's
a
not like
+11 to escape grapples, so I'm good.
All right, hello, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hi back.
Ah,
After Celian finishes their augury, delivers this cryptic message from the stars, the rubble's cleared away. You've grabbed your shark tooth charm. The door can now be opened.
Here we go again.
Get yourselves.
Actually, before we do that, I want to do a check to see if there's another trap about the trigger.
Absolutely, go ahead.
We know there was a trap here, so I want to do is a seek check, right?
Yep, there was a trapdoor above you that opened up.
There's enough magical shenanigans that I want to make sure it doesn't trigger again.
That's fair. You don't see if there are any other traps in the area?
Since it doesn't cost anything, I'll do a seek check too to see if I spot anything.
Absolutely.
And I'll do the same.
As far as you're able to tell, everything looks safe. There don't appear to be any more traps. The one trap there was has been tripped. It does not look like it'll function again.
I swear, if I get a boulder to the head, I'm going to be annoyed. As she opens the door.
There's a stone hallway beyond the door.
Okay, sword at the ready, and step on through.
The hallway continues east and west.
Clear for
Beltran
now.
will be right behind. Beltran will be right behind and move to the left as he enters.
Actually, since we were going to the altar room, right?
Well, we know that's to the right, and we know that's trapped.
Yeah.
And we need to map these rooms anyway. Might as well make sure nothing will get the jump on us.
I just know the ultimate goal is towards where the stone altar was with the bowl.
I mean, pretty sure we're gonna do everything,
Fair.
but we might as well start with
Let's leave
the
that
place we
spot
know.
to the west.
Just be careful going towards there. We know there's flames involved.
There'd be fire over there. Look out!
Yeah. Since I was paying attention, do I know where the flames start?
You just know that it's somewhere around the corner up ahead.
And they originate
and-
from the north and the west.
We know there's
Those two walls, yes.
we know it's coming this way and this way.
Cinder's gonna sigh, take a deep breath, and it's like, okay. Just like, okay, am I about to get set? It's like, I'm about to get set on fire again.
Is there a closure? Is there more door there?
Beltune just
Nothing
walked towards
happens.
the door.
There are plenty of doors.
There's the doors right here.
Immediately around the corner? Was that room enclosed?
Looks like the door.
It does appear to operate on a timer.
I believe it's the door that you opened, Celia.
One over here.
Yes.
I want to do
as-
Yeah, let me look. Oh goodness. Oh, all right. Right. Well.
I want to do a
Keep
seek
your
check
eyes-
to see if I can see whatever triggers the mechanism. Plus, if there's a way for me to disable it.
Okay.
As they're doing that, Beltran will check this door that he's in front of and see
Okay.
if there's anything there. So
Go ahead and do a seek check as well, Beltran. Cinder, it seems from where you're standing, you can't make out much of what's up ahead.
Right.
And I am constantly pinging detect magic.
Beltran, the door looks like it's locked.
no traps or anything.
You don't think it's trapped?
You said this appears to be on a timer, correct? Celia.
Yes.
Okay. I want to wait for this thing to trigger so I can get a good look at what I'm dealing with.
It last activated about 15 minutes ago. How long would you like to wait?
What was the delay between the two activations we've observed?
More than an hour.
Fuck.
Oh. Okay. With a sigh, just like, okay. Be ready.
Maybe a lengthy one.
Well, if you're,
But you
if you're
also
going in,
weren't- You
look
weren't
for
watching
signs
it
of
the whole
mechanisms.
time. Remember that.
True.
At best, we are At best, I am right here and staying in the back if we need my help.
That's true. That's a good point. Nothing seems to be happening at the moment.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
The shimmer was on the tiles. It was on the tiles, right? Like the floor shimmered.
No, it was on the walls.
The walls shimmered.
As you get closer, Cinder, you do note that the wall here and the wall in front of you, both the north and west walls, are covered with hundreds of runes. All of them radiating outward from the center of a 7-pointed star. The center has a flickering flame that is just burning there. It looks like that is likely where the beams of fire came from. Every once in a while, you see this like sputter, and you now could tell it's like sparks showering out of these flames in the center, and they seem to like follow the spiraling runes.
So logically, I'm okay. So basically, where the glow is on each of these walls.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that illumination effect on the map, that is about where the fire is located on the wall.
Belthrune's watching and then just kind of walks up to Naya and taps them on the taps her on the shoulder.
Yes?
Would snow be useful on that spot?
I'm considering that, but I don't know how much runes would react to cold. It's not like it's an actual fire.
Could I
But it will-
possibly disable the device by snuffing out the spark?
You just lick her fingers and
Something
That
like
was
that, or
kind of
just reaching
my-
in and extinguishing it with just by grabbing it.
That was my kind of thought with what I mentioned to Naya.
Go ahead and make another seek check.
Wrong one.
Who needs to make a sick check?
Cinder.
throw a snowball. Put a rock in
I
it.
could do that. I mean, I could do that. I literally have a single casting of snowball.
So look around, Cinder. You're not sure how this trap works. You're not sure if trying to put out the flame in some manner, or the sparks at all, will do anything or not.
Curse my lack of knowledge on magic. Okay.
Well, if you want, I can still try Belton's suggestion.
Let's put a pin in that for now. This is the room with the ritual dagger and everything, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that is the room. You can see the crack from this side.
And I see another...
Getting closer, you notice that the door that is now open, on the side that would be facing you, there is a single rune carving that looks vaguely like a horned, fanged face.
Hello, ugly. I'm going to assume that's a trap that's gone off.
Well, as they're going on, Ceiling will be trying to make themselves useful and looking at these other doors for traps or locks.
Please make me a seek check, Ceiling.
I was gonna say I'll help, but you might have a better seek than me.
It's pretty high.
Okay. This door did not appear to be locked, nor do you think it's trapped. You didn't hear anything from the other side. And the door looks like it's just a simple wooden door.
Okay. How about this one?
Go ahead and make that seek check.
While he's doing that, can I do a disarm on the rune just to make sure it doesn't activate? Or rather, a
If
disabled
you
device.
want to do a... What?
A disabled device.
Yeah. If you want to do a disabled device check to try and... I guess, what are you going to do? Like, deface the rune, scratch them out?
Yeah, the rune specifically on the door. I'm not messing with the other ones, but I don't know what this one's doing, but I know I can disable them by, scratching/rubbing them out. As shown by the...
If you'd like, Cinder, before you do that, you can make a recall knowledge check to see if you recognize the symbol on the door.
One recall knowledge.
Okay, while you're doing that, ceiling. This door looks a little bit different from the others.
Employees only.
The door has a unique feature on its handle that looks like a tiny metal basket that looks like it's meant to hold something.
Keep that in mind.
And you're pretty sure that it's connected to something. Likely a trap.
Alright. Would be extremely wary of this one.
The door. The left one. Okay.
Yeah, that one right there. Looks like it has the small metal basket.
It's waiting to receive something. Something like marble sized, like what kind of
Probably.
like this big. Smaller.
But yeah, probably marble size is probably good approximation for it.
Okay.
Cinder, you don't recognize the image, so if you want, go ahead and just deface it, scratch it out, do as you wish.
Yeah, it's a rune. We got fire traps. I want to try and disable it so it doesn't, blow up in my face, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. Nothing happens. The runes are defaced.
Okay. With another, just like, okay. And she'll step through the door.
Watch out for the ceiling warmth. In the altar
So
room.
finally able to get into the room and take a good look at it instead of trying to peer through the small crack from the other side. The fire in the ceiling, you see where that glow effect in the room again is, it's above that area, is similar to what's in the hallway. It is a 7-pointed star carved into the ceiling with the fire that burns to cast the light in a room in the center of it, flickering and just proceeding like any normal fire, just that it's floating in the ceiling. To the south, there is what looks to be just a small cramped room with some cloth hung up on the wall, it looks like.
Can I identify
It appears to be made, and it appears to be made like a cowl, like a some sort of cloak or cowl, hanging on like a hook on the wall.
Well, that just screams ritual robes. Given the room.
There's your loot actor for it.
honestly not sure I want to touch this.
Fair.
At least until someone who's a bit more magically inclined takes a look at it. So I'm going to leave it there.
Fair.
Enough magical shenaniganry going on. And plus, I don't know how long till the fire kicks off again. I don't want to stay.
Is that right in there?
Cinder's going to make her way back out. So, found the way to the ritual room in the dagger you were talking about. There's a weird cloak that I'm not sure I want to touch with because of the gestures and vaguely in the direction of that. I know enough about dark rituals to know that I don't want to mess with something without knowing it.
Well, that is step one, I think.
Yeah, her red eye flickering is like, oh, shut up. And yeah. I don't know how to disable these, gesturing to the traps in the walls and the ceiling and whatnot.
Well, let me see.
That might be Cillian's specialty, yes?
Step closer and detect magic.
Those are some magical runes, it seems.
They are still active.
They're absolutely still active. In fact, the sparks moving along the spirals of the runes, you realize those were the flickering that you noticed from before.
Someone scurry away from those. And enter this room. Ping. Magic on the ceiling. Magic from the... Ooh. Magic pegging.
Magic pegging. The nearby set of clothing hanging on the peg on the wall does trigger and is registering as magical.
I will read its aura. To hopefully be better able to identify it.
Ooh, wait, I have something for this.
Go on.
As you see, Celian sort of just entering into this reverent state, like.
I have.
Oh.
I have quick identification. You can identify a magic swiftly, taking only 1 minute instead of 10.
Yo, sick. Okay. You or anyone you advise about the aura gains a +2 circumstance bonus to identify magic, and this takes 1 minute too.
Absolutely.
Let's combo it.
Hell yeah! I'll read the aura. Alright. Well, it feels gray currently, because I don't know what it feels like.
It feels not great. There's a lot of demonic energy and auras around it, a lot of malice and anger.
Oh, this feels dark. Alright. Here. I'll step to the side.
Cinder's
So, yeah,
gonna look
look,
back at
it's
Naya
like-
and Belthroom. I bet a gold one of them that they're going to get set on fire. Any takers?
I mean, I'm setting it there ready to rush in if I need to help them back up on their feet.
Guano,
Yes.
you'll have a +2 on your identify check to try and figure out what this cloak is.
Alright.
Feel free to make your identify check.
Is it in the macros?
If you expand read aura, there should be the identify magic action that you could click on.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or I can put it in chat for you.
Yeah. Yeah, it opens the thing.
Mm-hmm.
As just to check. But it's not making me roll.
Oh, it's not asking for a roll? Okay. I think the item itself on the loot actor, I think if you click like the identify item button, if you see it, I think that might do it. And it should like open up a whole like window. What do you want to identify it with and how and all that.
I appreciate that currently the peg is the game master.
The nature of this cloak is unclear.
I don't see an identify button.
There's no circle with a question mark in it?
Nope.
Okay.
Not that I can see.
Yeah, it would be listed with it next to like the bulk, where there's like the edit button and all that. If you
Nope,
have it,
I don't
like,
have that.
If you have like access to it normally. Okay. Alright, I don't think I set up the automation for that correctly then. In that case, go ahead and give me an occultism check.
Gotcha.
And
And I get a +2.
Yep.
Okay, circumstance. And wait, I think... Where is it?
What's up?
I can't remember if I get something, if I get another bonus because I'm a seer elf.
It would be a +1 circumstance bonus. You've already got a +2. So you've
Yeah,
already got
it's
one.
a +1. Yeah.
So you got the +2, which is better. So
Yeah, yeah, 'cause I was just checking that it was a circumstance. Okay, here it comes. Do I blind it? Yeah, I'll blind it.
Go ahead.
That's a +11. That's not bad.
That is a cultist's cowl.
Okay. Ooh, now we can read it. When a character worships a single deity, dons a cultist cowl. Sorry, Cinder. The cowl's colors change to match those sacred to that deity. Deity symbol rune appears on the front. And now color and symbols remain until different worshippers wears the cowl. While worn, you get a +1 to religion checks and a +1 to skill checks for rituals. Okay. And I, of course, relay what that is to Cillian. It appears to be a cultist cowl. It has some magical properties about worship. It'll take on the form of whatever you worship when you wear it.
This is curious. I wonder how devout one must be in their faith in order for it to be
As-
empowered by them.
Have the traps been disabled?
I don't think so.
But with our little combo, it only took a minute to identify it instead of 10.
I suppose I'll hang on to it. I'll mage hand it into my big bag.
Go for it.
Open up my big bag.
I am actually now genuinely curious if I could get any benefit from it, but I don't think it's worth taking off my armor.
And you may need to drag it from your actual inventory into your bag. Because for whatever reason, it drops into your actual inventory every time.
Yeah.
Actually, it's not armor slot, is it? It's just like a back slot or like a...
Yeah, it's just a cloak.
Yeah. So you don't have to take off your armor, right?
Okay, well, again, I'm.
But it won't
Robes.
work for you, because it
Robes.
requires you to worship only one deity.
Fair point. Yes, the
Are
argument
robes
between
over armor-
Apsu and Dahak.
stylish as fuck.
True.
I want to know more about this bowl and this knife. Oh my god, so much.
Yeah. Should we do the same thing again for the knife? Is it magical at all?
Does it feel magical?
It does not.
Hmm. How about psychomagic resonance?
How about it?
Does it feel like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna feel the emotions in the room before I go so far as to assess it.
What's your plus to occultism?
And
10. Okay. How about I try assist after you try your thing? How about I try assisting you in a recall knowledge? Because I have a +9.
hey, first I'll feel some feelings. Let's feel feelings.
The feelings are that of overwhelming anger.
Oh, this is
pride.
furious. Prideful. From envy to pride. One rune lord to another. That's intense. I don't know that I'd like to see the face of the bearer. It would probably hurt me.
Let's remain cautious.
Alright, what do you think? This...
Well, let's have a look. It might be sacrificial in some respect. Let's have a proper gander.
Let's do it.
Go ahead and make a seek check. You already know it's not magical.
Oh, seek?
Mm-hmm. It's not magical.
Okay.
To look
Yeah,
for
just take a
markings,
good, hard,
to look
close
for...
look at it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The silver bowl, not being magical at all, is still made of silver and is therefore itself worth 5 gold. The knife sitting on top of the bowl, pointing directly at the wall behind you, is a cold iron dagger with a rune etched into the blade. That if you want, you can make a recall knowledge, see if you recognize the rune. The rune is also on the cowl you picked up.
This... The symbol of Abraxas.
It sure is. Yeah, Guano, the symbol on that cowl and on the knife is that of Abraxas. Within the bowl, there are 6 smooth garnet beads, probably roughly the size of a marble.
A marble.
There's a total of, I said, 6. One of them is worth 2 gold. 2 of them are a little bit better quality, are worth 5 gold. 3 of them are even better quality, appear to be worth 10 gold.
Maybe we could use one of those from that little basket you found earlier.
I think so. I suspect that the value may impact its efficacy on releasing a lock or trap mechanism in the door.
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Maybe it's a weight thing.
Could be. I look to where the dagger is pointing on the wall. Like, get my
If you want to do-
my little level out and just like,
Mm-hmm.
where's it pointing?
Mm-hmm. If you want to do a second seek check, examining closer on the dagger and its pointed direction and all that, feel free.
With a ritual like this, I'm sure nothing is by accident.
You can't seem to figure out anything further. Nothing seems to be sticking out.
Do you see anything on the wall, Gono? Anything that might align with the direction the dagger is pointing?
Unsure. Let me look.
You do not want him.
No, it doesn't seem to be as relevant as we first thought.
Dagger. And the dagger is unmarked,
That-
it's clean blade.
The blade has the rune on it.
Yeah, but I mean unmarked, unstained.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's not stained. It looks like a clean dagger.
The dagger is in the bowl.
It is sitting on the rim, so that it
Okay.
is resting on top.
And
Pointed.
the beads.
The beads were in the bowl.
Can I look around and under the bowl see if there's any kind of weighted mechanism?
Absolutely. Feel free to make another seek check. You don't notice any triggers or any sort of switches or anything around the bowl or on the altar.
Okay.
Oh,
Are you still alive in there?
don't come in.
Oh no, what?
Well, if that doesn't appear to be a mechanism, I'm gonna just
Wait 1 moment.
Yes?
Put on the robe first.
all right.
I suspect like recognizes like in this circumstance. And you would be probably safer to be wearing a robe with the marking of Abraxas. So that dagger
Alright.
doesn't bite back.
I put on the cowl.
Okay.
Does it change? Does the symbol change to your...
It's gonna change to Pharasma.
It does not.
It doesn't.
It remains
doesn't.
Abraxas.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Right.
Well,
Just squeak back.
I'm gonna start by grabbing the dagger.
Stop needing to do that.
Okay.
Then the
Nothing happens.
beads.
Nothing happens.
Nothing. All right.
And fuck it.
Nothing
Hit the
happens.
fucking ball. Yeah. All right. Great. Okay.
Both of you can make seek checks. Ceiling, you do note that after a little bit, the cowl does shift and starts to show the symbol of Pharasma instead.
I was changing.
Alana.
We should make haste.
Yes.
As you start picking everything up, you notice the weight on the dagger is a little off. It doesn't feel weighted properly at all.
Wait, I have some expertise with bladed weapons, and this seems off.
It seems the pommel can be removed.
Here, Shalian, have a look. And I remove the pommel.
Inside the hollow handle of the dagger is a 7th garnet,
Yeah, dump it.
this one of even more exquisite quality. being worth 25 gold.
Well, there's one more pretty bead.
There we are. Great.
You now have 7 garnet beads.
Good.
Oh, of course there would be 7 of them. God
Yes.
damn it.
That does make sense, naturally. Let me guess, this is the pride one.
Well, in any case, I
Mm,
believe we shouldn't tarry.
Yes, let's hurry.
Oh, you're not on fire. Guess I lost that bet.
Does not seem so.
Not as of yet.
There is that moment of like, that like shiver that runs down your back when like you you were in a spot that does not want you to be there and you're no longer there.
Mm-hmm.
That relief that just shivers.
Okay.
Well, have the traps been disabled?
No,
No,
but
I don't
we've
think
cleared the room out.
Unlikely.
Guano has some new fashion. There was a robe that is involved in the committance of rituals. But it has shifted from the... What do I know about Abraxas?
What?
You
I
know
do
what?
a-
You probably know a pretty good amount of Abraxas.
So,
You know that Abraxas is the master of the final incantation, the demon lord of forbidden lore and magic and snakes. This is probably why you know so much about Abraxas. That's why no roll even required.
okay.
Abraxas has supposedly an encyclopedic knowledge of magical formulas, destructive secrets, tending to favor those that bring about suffering and destruction. The final incantation is a word of power that can unravel the mightiest of spells and even unmake artifacts. He typically takes on the form of a viper-legged humanoid with a fanged, deformed bird's head.
Dope.
The, cultists, whoever took up residence in these ruins, served Abraxas. And their vestments made that clear. The knife as well. That we managed to reclaim and discover 7 garnets inside that I do reckon to be likely the keys to the basket-handled doors.
Well, let's have a look, shall we?
Is this one basket-handled too?
That one is not, but it does appear to be locked.
Okay.
There's no
I wanna-
basket on this one, but there is a basket on this one.
I want to have a look at the basket and see if I can judge what amount, if any, of beads it would be able to contain, and what looks to be like the meant amount.
It does, in fact, look to be the size of 1 bead exactly.
The handle, the knife was pointing to the west. The quality bead was inside of it, and this is the room to the west. I think we should try the most
Alright.
expensive one.
Stand back, everyone.
And I am going to put the highest quality bead in the basket.
Okay? What do you do after that?
Does anything happen when I do that?
Nothing happens.
Can the bead be taken back out? Is it like trapped now?
No, it looks like you can get it back out easy enough.
Okay. you want to try all of them? Or just try to turn the handle?
I believe. Well, there's only one way to find out. I'll still have a look out of tradition, like really follow the basket, whatever it's attached to, really look at the mechanism, see if I can discern if it's inert now. Seek check? Question mark?
Go ahead. You can't tell if there's any difference.
Okay. Nothing ventured. I try to open the door.
The door opens.
Okay. What happens to the basket?
It's still part of the door. Looks like it would still be sitting in a position that it would still be holding the garnet if you left it in there. Opening the door and
Really?
looking in, you can see that the southern portion of the room is lower than the rest of the chamber. The steps lead up into the room itself. There's a carving, of course, of a 7-pointed star with a flame flickering at its center on either wall, the east and west. Across from you on the north side, doors stand in a wall of dark red stone. A stark contrast, of course, to the very gray stone that is everywhere else throughout the chamber and throughout the hallways out here. Each door, you can see from the entrance, seems to have a basket. Looks like it's meant to hold a small bead-shaped object.
I see. Well, it looks like we were correct.
And we're going to be in an initiative order for this, as this is a very complex hazard.
Okay.
Oh boy. Hang on, I don't know why it did that, but for some reason I selected Cinder.
Yeah, I had that. I tried to. I almost rolled Naya. It's just like, no, it's not who I'm trying to roll.
Yeah, that's what happens when too many people roll all at once.
There, that's better.
Should be able to roll your initiative again, Cinder? If somebody else rolled it for you.
No, I got 24. I'm good. A newbie rolled mine for 18, and he got 24 on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the lower one, Cinder 18 is the fake one.
You said it was a 24? Yeah, it looks like it. Okay. Naya, you're up.
Well, right now I'm only in the hall and I don't really see anything going on. Don't know if anything is going on. So right now, that's pretty much gonna be my turn. And I'm completely unaware of anything.
Well, you're getting the full description from Guano. Big room, flames on the left and right on the walls in similar symbols we've seen. 2 doors at the end on a big red wall. One on the left, one on the right. Both doors have baskets.
If talking's a free action, Silly would mention a desire to experiment slightly to see if the door may be shut. The quality garnet reclaimed and replaced with another. Because my concerns are whether or not that dagger pointed directly as the crow flies. And his little cartographical ass has been noting the layout.
You do
And the
know more about
dagger.
magical. You do know more about magical traps than I do. If my powers are needed, I'll help however I can. But for now, I think I'll just leave things to you.
Sure.
So what are you doing?
Well, for now, just nothing for my first turn.
No actions? Okay. Celine.
Celine would explain his reasoning. Explain their reasoning about the dagger. Since we did make it such a point that cartography was going to be occurring, that he's considering that the dagger was pointed not generally towards this series of rooms, but was specifically pointed at a very neatly to the direct west, which now, looking at this, would be at least one room away from where we're looking. So, the dagger in the pommel, the stone in the dagger's pommel, may be better intended for another one, if this hazard is so ruthless. Shall we experiment and see if a lesser valued jewel will work for this door?
Alright, then stand back again now. Perform the experiment.
Alright. Oh, if you wanted to stand back, I could try to do it telekinetically. And hopefully keep you out of harm's way.
Alright. For this specific task, can we do it outside of initiative for the positioning?
Nope. Movement's
Okay.
in action. We're in initiative.
Gotcha.
Then, Then I suppose I can reach over Guano's shoulder with my... There's 2 actions to do that.
What are you doing?
I want to shut the door and take up the expensive stone.
Well, there's no stone in it at the moment, I thought.
Oh, was it taken out then?
Yeah, I thought Guano had taken it out and then opened the door.
No, I didn't take
Left
it
it
out.
in there?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, it would be an action to shut the door and an action to take out the stone.
Can the stone just be taken out with the door open?
Yeah.
The door did seem to be locked, right?
No.
Before. Oh. Oh, fuck.
No, it looked like it was trapped before.
It looked like the basket was certainly connected to something, likely a trap.
Right. Nothing happened right now.
Perhaps?
Very well. Could I grab 2 of the garnets from you?
Can hand them to you on my turn.
Can I take them on mine? What's
As an
what's
action, I don't know.
What's economy
No,
going on? Like, what's up?
What are you trying to do?
I want
Take some stones from my bag.
2 stones from Guano.
Are they in your backpack?
No, I'm kind of holding them right now.
Then yeah, they're just on your person. Yeah, it'd be an action to reach over and take one.
About 2.
2 actions.
Fuck me.
Yup.
Okay.
Which one do you want? The 2 gold, the 5 gold, or the 10 gold?
I don't want shit yet. I'm gonna use an action to move. I'm go in, and I'm gonna seek what's up with these doors. Is there any differences between these doors and the one we just entered?
They appear to be the same heavy stone door with the basket, similar to the first one that you've opened.
They all look identical.
Yeah, they look more or less identical. So it's been what, 2 actions? You've got what, 1 left?
I think only one action was used.
Moved, took a thing. Right?
Yeah. A 5 gold one. I took a 5 gold one.
Okay.
Okay. I'll put that in chat. And I'll reduce my quantity.
And I will go and put it in the left one.
Okay.
Thing, big thing, move in, put in, plunk.
That is 3 actions. You deposit the bead into the small basket.
It might become necessary to do the other basket quickly. There
I
might
believe so.
be there might be a matter of synchronicity here at play.
Yes, hopefully. Hurry, please. That's my turn. That's my turn. It's my turn. It's my turn.
At the end of Celian's turn, the walls in the room flash a deep crimson red.
Oh no.
Celian, make me a reflex saving throw, please.
Giddy.
That's currently a failure, unfortunately.
Oh god.
That's worse.
Unfortunately, still just a failure.
Why are hero points always so much worse?
A blast of intense fire shoots out from both walls, engulfing Celian and dealing 29 points of fire damage.
Oh, please tell me that's not all of your HP.
Not all of it.
How much is left? One?
Let's get the other one in the back.
Cinder.
Well, he caught on fire, so I guess I still won the bet.
Less about the bet, more about getting the problem solved.
Oh, all it's being narrated is I still don't have a. Cinder hasn't seen what's going on here yet.
It was described.
You saw a big flash of light coming from the door.
There was a red flash of light and the sound of fire, so you at least saw that and heard that. And probably Celian screaming.
Okay, there's 25. Walks in. Are you dead yet? Nope, you're good. Okay, what have you done?
There's garnets in the basket. Please. Get me out of here.
What the hell? Now I wish it was my turn.
Stop whining. Okay, where are the garnets?
Guano has
In
them.
Guano's hand?
I have them.
Okay, I've done one action to get over here. It's an action to get one from Guano, right?
Yep.
Okay.
But then it would be an action to move to the door, and then an action to place one in, right?
Yep.
So you don't have any actions to do anything this turn.
You could use an action to reposition me and then leave.
I was thinking about doing that.
Yeah. Please.
Okay, let's get you out of here. Just roughly grabs Celian by basically the scruff of their collar and just basically chucks them towards Guano.
Okay. Cillian, you move 5 feet.
Five.
Yeah?
Yep. One more action, Cinder. What you got?
I want to get Celian out of the room, so 5 feet diagonal. Is that okay? Is it okay with Guano there, or is that not happening?
If you can put him like right in front of me, that would be neat.
5 feet of
The
movement.
only spot
Yeah.
within 5 feet from where Celian is that is not in the room is right where Guano is. So
And
no,
because-
unfortunately, you cannot reposition Celian today. If you get a critical success on the reposition, you can move Celian 10 feet, which would allow you to put them to either side of Guano.
And it's worth a shot. Trying to save him, or save them.
And it is at the first step of map.
Oof, okay, yeah.
Even on I don't know if that plays a role at all on a willing target.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything for that. I just got reposition, and
That's why reposition has 3 numbers next to it.
good point. I just saw
Reposition,
that.
-5, -10.
If
I still have to try.
are the beams, do the beams cover the entire room? Because I cannot see the room or anything right now.
It did flood the entire room.
Give me a second here. I got a hero point.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just gonna.
Unfortunately, you're unable to get Celian anywhere useful.
Struggling too much from, the pain. Okay. Well. Stop struggling, damn it! I'm trying to help you.
Belton, it's your initiative.
Well, Beltran can barely see a very hurt Celian, so he's going to
Yep.
move up, and I don't think there's a way why he can really slip in with both.
You can get
Guano
in.
and-
You have
can always-
35 feet of movement speed. You can walk through your ally spaces.
I think there's enough space for you to get in.
There's plenty of room for you to walk through both Guano and Cinder.
Let's see.
And you
is
can also
Cinder-
move into the
is
room
Cinder in
and
front of
finish
the
your
door?
movement. Yes.
Cinder's in front of the door right now,
Yes.
correct? So I would have to be over here.
That is a open spot, yes.
So I would be moving there.
That door has
And-
a garnet in its basket. The other door does not.
Belthrin will actually move over and use the rest. Well, technically, it would be the rest of his 35-foot movement.
You can get over there with the rest of your movement, yep. And that'll leave you... Well, there's some more actions to do. What do you got?
But I don't have a garnet. That's the only problem.
That is a problem.
No.
Could I have grabbed one on my way past Guano?
Nope.
Unfortunately not. You would have had to stop next to Guano, take one, and then move again. And that would have been all 3 actions.
I have issues with Pathfinder's economy.
For
Hang
this
on, I'm gonna
specific
stop
thing,
that then. I'm
for
gonna
this
I'm gonna be
specific
back
thing,
on.
yeah.
Can I move Celian through the door?
Again, with a critical success, you can move Celian to either side of Guano.
Can I do 2 actions of reposition and with 2 successes move them to a spot outside of here?
Unfortunately not, as each success would be 5 minutes, or 5 minutes would be 5 feet, and would therefore leave Celian in Guano's space, and would be unacceptable.
Okay. I am
It's
going
going to have to be a
try-
critical success, or Celian does not move.
Okay.
I think try and then leave the room.
Right now, I'm more worried that the more of you are in the room, the more of you I'm gonna have to heal.
It's the Belthorn special.
yes! Ah,
Celian is able to move
Beltran, God!
to either here or here, wherever you like, Celian.
Best in front of me, honestly.
And then for the final action, I am going to, seeing how much pain Celian was in, he's going to move back out of danger.
Thank you!
Okay. Guano.
Okay. I'm not doing anything without prep anymore. What would it take, action economy wise, to tie some rope around my waist?
You need to get the rope out. You would then need to use an interact to tie it around yourself, and then, from there.
To be
Yes,
So
fair,
however many actions it would take to get to it. If it's in your backpack, it is an action to take off your backpack, an action to retrieve it from your backpack, and then your backpack sits on the ground.
to
That's
be
fine.
fair, an idea here. You probably have the action economy to go in, put the garnet in the other door, and go out.
I'm not doing anything without prep anymore.
Fair.
So, what I'm going to do is get the backpack down, get the rope out, and tie it around myself. I'm gonna enunciate, because talking's a free action. I'm gonna still tell people
It
what
is,
I'm doing.
yes.
I'm gonna be taking care of putting things in baskets. There's gonna be, to put it in a picture everybody can understand, there's gonna be rounds going on. Everybody's gonna grab a hold of that rope, and, I believe preparing actions to pull. And if the flash goes down, pull as a trigger, and then get me out of there. And
I'll be
And-
looking to go to Cillian here. He's wounded.
yes, I'm mostly talking to the strength-based characters. And then on my turns, I'm gonna try to garnet the baskets as simultaneously as I can manage. So yeah. Basically, I'm asking Cinder and Belthorn to grab a bit of the rope that's tied to me, and on their turn, prepare actions to pull.
Okay.
They don't have to do it. That's what I'm planning. That's what I'm asking them to do.
I mean, yeah, I guess they could just be like, "No, fuck this old man." All right. That is where we're gonna call it for today.
Okay.
And I'm about
Right when
to
I got
set on
raided.
fire.
Oh my
Classic.
god.
Traps.
Oh god. Leave it to the trap to get blasted by the trap.
I see what you did there.
Uh,
Or the other white meat. Like they gotta.
Yeah, I am.
I'm just glad I cut you out of there like that.
Thank you.
yeah, that Belton special came in clutch.
29 to, yeah. I was
I
like,
was-
oh,
I
it's
tried.
not all my hit points. But it's a lot. Because Cillian only has 40 hit points.
I was prepared to
That's more than me.
use hero points on that, so. Now, I do have a question.
Wild.
Will I be keeping my 3 hero points that I still have technically for next session?
I think it's
No.
reset to 2 each session.
Starts at 2 at the start of every session.
Sure.
Good thing I burned one.
But yeah,
Is losing.
my thinking for this is that what I'm picturing is a series of rooms, kind of like this one where we have to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking with at least 2 people able to pull on the rope, that they can get me 10 feet, so out of the room before shit goes off.
Alternatively. Oh god, no, it's only gonna get deeper. So like standing on the hallway, we're probably fine. So from here, I probably could have mage-handed, like telekinetic handed the garnets into the basket from here, just taking our time and be fine. But
What's
as we
They
go,
are light enough, yeah.
but as we go
What-
deeper in, then I won't be able to do that.
What's the range on it?
A lot, but I think the arrangement of the doors is gonna change, so I won't be able to see from all the way out in a safe
mhm.
space. I'll have to be in here where shit sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
If
that's
it's
why we have
If
me.
you deactivate it, if there's a way to deactivate each room, maybe?
I doubt it. If only because the obstacle is called the 3 steps.
And yeah, and I am a fan of the idea of only having one person at risk at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. Instead of
Yeah.
having like 2 people stand each by the thing and be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, drop.
And the thing is that since we're safe in the corridors, at least assumedly, then I can heal anyone, and if any of you drop and accrue wounded status, I can just use treat wounds to remove that. So as long as we take our time, maybe we can do this safely, sort of.
But yeah, this
I'm
is
curious if we can go out of combat to heal ourselves and not mess with the trap, is what I'm curious about.
I'm sure if we fuck off eventually, we're gonna get out of range of this initiative. But but I don't know. I like trying to plan for that sort of thing. We'll see how it goes.
Fucking Cillian didn't plan for timing and anything. He was thinking in terms of puzzles, like which like it's like a Silent Hill puzzle.
Yeah, because
Which gem of which size gets this?
clearly
Yeah,
there's a
none of us
wrong
really-
answer, and I think it's door dependent.
Yeah, which is why I was like, what do the doors look like? There has to be some indication, if at all, or
Mhm.
it doesn't matter and it's about timing.
You do, in fact, have all the information currently required in order to solve this.
This is just
Didn't
gonna be
you
a
say-
session of puzzle solving.
Weren't there 3 different gems of the same kind?
1 2 gold, 2 5 gold, 3 10 gold, and 1 25 gold, I think.
Yo,
Yeah, so I think the one door with the oh no, hold on.
So it might be if all 3 of these doors are all the same, they might all have the same marble to go into it. Is what I'm or garnet.
Or-
whatever.
What if 1 room, 2 baskets, so each room has to have the same values. So maybe 1 room will have 3 baskets, 1 room will have 1 basket, and so on.
We won't know until we get through the doors.
Yeah, that's all gonna be a matter of next session, I think.
There's 7. We have 7 of the garnets basically right now. We are currently seeing places for 3 of them.
There's 3 baskets in that room.
there's 2, and there's a basket
2,
in the
and then
entrance
the one
door.
that we've originally opened.
But we were able to retrieve the garnet after opening the door.
You can if you'd like. No one has yet, as far as I understand.
Right.
I thought you had taken one out, Slappy.
No, I
the
got one
one out
from
of the main
no,
door.
I got one from Guano.
Oh,
Look,
sorry.
regardless of what, this is all gonna have to be figured out next session because we can't really experiment while the game is paused.
Yep, and we gotta go to the gym.
We gotta get our swole on.
'Cause we just signed up for the gym today.
Sick.
And we're gonna go do that. We're gonna do a little bit. It's gonna be really light because well, I mean, they worked out when we went to the club because there was a stripper pole there and they were fucking it up.
Ooh,
Fucking
stripper
yeah.
pole.
They were fucking it real good. And so yeah, they're still like
Stripper poles are good exercise.
they're so good and I want one so much.
They're
But
fun
I was
too.
too drunk to be safe with it.
But
I
it
didn't
was
wanna do
cool.
it.
I like fighting the fire thing and saving the goblin who's gonna go eat people now. But I liked it.
Yeah, I liked Guano's weird priorities too.
He promised he would help, so he's keeping his word.
Sure did. Hey, let's raid Good Jared.
And it's a
Wait,
small
what about
thing. Guano has a thing for small things.
Oh yeah?
Not like that. It's an old man.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say this. This would be,
Right. Okay.
Moving right
let's go
along.
raid. Let's go raid Good Jared.
And
He's
for
playing
those
Bionic
in-
Commando.
Yeah, for those in my chat, I'm sending you all over to Volonos, who's doing League of Legends Teamfight Tactics.
Can drop you to put you in. Can have that. We can drop you to put you in.
And bad. It would be stupid if we couldn't raid, but that's Poly Circus. So yeah, we're raiding from here. Go give Good Jared a ride on the meat train.
How was your stream?
And give him Slapjagasm if you don't have Slapjagasm. Why the fuck
Oh, thank you. Thank you very
not?
much.
Get it. Get Slapjagasm. God damn.